What we've done is we've gone two passes in this scarified area to exemplify the openings we're producing by the mini-fracture tine. As you can see here, I'm going to pry open, and you can just see that elongation we're presenting. Now, the deeper the tine actually goes, the wider that will be as its length will change. So here we are at a minimum depth of 2.5 inches. So you can imagine that if we were down into a 5-inch depth, this slot would be twice as long. So as we open the ground up and provide more of these receptacles, when we're going to do the top dressing, it'll allow more of that new media to freshly tumble down into the root zone. And if this was a clay problem and drainage problem, we'd probably use a sandier type material or in fact a pure sand. In this case today, because this is a heavy, gravelly soil, we've chosen to use some compost. And the compost material we'll be viewing in a moment was achieved from a local authority. And it is a plant food, it is a soil-based material for leveling, and it will allow changing and breaking down the underside of this turf, which is the root zone, and that's what we want to do. So the benefit of top dressing is to level, to feed, and to change the soil profile without tearing the lawn all up. As we said earlier, a lot of lawns are built, and after 2 to 3, 4 years, the original topsoil, it was probably very shallow when the turf was laid or seeded. The plant has actually exhausted not only the nutrients, but has in fact exhausted a lot of that topsoil. So rather than tear the lawn up and start over, we want to continuously top dress. We can top dress up to 5 times a year on general lawn areas, very light, at about a 1/4 depth maximum per time. And the benefit is very visual in leveling, in feeding, in plant density and growth. Often, too, the concern of the reduction of use of chemicals for weed infestation. If we can aerate, top dress, and overseed up to 3, 4, 5 times a year in areas, what happens is we produce a dense growth of grass which controls and reduces weed infestation and moss infestation through a natural rather than a chemical control. Now let's try and apply this material.